Namaste. This is JVN Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics and Statistics in Faculty of Agriculture Sciences in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the module range and mean deviation. Range and mean deviation are the very important parts of mathematics and statistics. These are the components of the measure of dispersion and having the various applications. Actually, measure of dispersion is important part of the statistics and it is vigorously used in the research area also, and part of the engineering and the other subjects like pharmacy and the management also, management and law and other different fields also. So first we see what is measure of dispersion. Actually, measure of dispersion just gives the complete nature of the data series and which was unable to explain by the measure of central tendency. Measure of central tendency just deals with the only the nature of the center data or the average value of the data, while measure of dispersion just explains the complete nature of data. It will explain you the spread of the data and how wide the data are. So the measure of dispersion is important tool and to know the nature of the data and having the various components like range, mean deviation, quartile deviation and the standard deviation. Now today we are going to discuss about the topic range and the mean deviation. And range is the simple tools, range is a simple measure of dispersion and it is useful but having some drawbacks. In the similar way, mean deviation is a good measure of dispersion, but the calculations or the computations of the measure of dispersion is not so easy. So both range of and the mean deviations are having some merit points and some demerit points. So first we see what are the range and the mean deviation. We will share some slides to explain this and we will take some numerical also. First we see what is range. A range is the most common and easily understandable measure of dispersion. So it is a common and more easily understandable measure of dispersion, and it can be defined as the difference between the highest value of the data and the lowest value of the data. So range of the data is given by x maximum minus x minimum, and coefficient of range is given by x maximum minus x minimum upon x maximum plus x minimum. So these are the formulas of range and the coefficient of range. So range simply written by x maximum means maximum data minus the minimum data, x representing here the value of the data, and the coefficient of range is a ratio of difference of x maximum and x minimum and the addition of x maximum and x minimum. But we can say range is not a good measure of dispersion because it is using only the two data, maximum and minimum. Now we can understand here with examples. So first we are going to take one example there, like some data sets are given that 88, 89, 89, 89, 90, 91, 91, 91 and 92. So these are the some values given that for the data series and simply range is given by 92 minus 88. So that is just maximum data minus minimum data and which is equal to 4. In the Another example, again we are given that a data series where 100 is the maximum value and 71 is the minimum value. So the range is given by 100 minus 71, that is equal to 29. So what are the merit and demerit points of the range? Merit of the range is can be understood in the following way. It is simplest of the measures of dispersion and easy to calculate and very easy to understand, because simply the formulas are there, so it is can be easily to calculate and independent of change of origin. So means origin will not affect the range, and the demerit points of the range are given by based on the two extreme observations. So it is not a good measure of dispersion. It is get affected by fluctuations and only depending on the two extreme observations. It is not a reliable measure of dispersion because it is just based on the two data of the data series, maximum and the minimum value of the data, and next dependent on the change of scale. Again it will depend on the change of scale. So when we change the scale, then it will affect the range, and that's why it is a demerit point of the range. Next we are going to discuss about the mean deviation. Mean deviation is the arithmetic mean of the absolute deviation. It can be defined as the absolute deviation. It can be defined as the absolute deviation of the observations and from a measure of central tendency. So like it is simply arithmetic mean, simply mean of the absolute observations. It is the arithmetic mean of the absolute deviations of the observations from a measure of central tendency. Like we can see the formula there, mean deviation is given by 1 upon n representing here the total number of data, xi representing here the value of the data, and capital A is an average value. Average value means part of the measure of central tendency. So it is simply just an arithmetic mean of the absolute deviations taken from the measure of central tendency. And this modulus always will give you a positive value. So in the group data in a group frequency distribution, this formula can be changed as 1 upon n is the capital N represents the sum of frequencies, and Fi will come there, Fi into modulus xi minus a. Fi represents here the frequency. And now an example is given that to understand this mean deviation. Mean deviation about the mean of the following data. So just we are given that a data series like 6, 7, 10, 12, 13, 4, 8 and 12. So these data can be assumed as in individual series because frequencies are not given. So how can we determine the mean deviation? The mean deviation is given by simply the formula 1 upon small n into summation. It is Fi into Fi not is there, so just we can neglect this term Fi. So the formula is here 1 upon n summation xi minus a, and this will be given by a means the average value. Suppose we have to find the mean deviation from the mean. So mean is given by summation of xi upon n. Summation of xi means the sum of the all data, and the sum of all data becomes here 72. And how many data we are having here? N is equal to 8. So this x bar is equal to 72 upon 8, that is equal to 9. In this way, mean deviation about the mean is given by summation xi minus x bar upon n, that is 22 upon n, and this equal to 2.75. So 2.75 is the mean deviation, value of mean deviation. If in the same question, suppose we are also given that the frequencies, then we can use the term of frequency also there, and formula is reduced to 1 upon capital N into summation Fi into Xi minus X bar. X bar is the measure of central tendency part, mean, if we have to find the mean deviation from mean. One important thing is that that mean deviation can be calculated from any measure of central tendency like mean, median and mode. Now next we take the parts of the merit and demerits of the mean deviation. So merits are there based on all observations, because in the mean deviations all observations are using here, that's why it is a good measure of dispersion. Second point is it provides a minimum value when the deviations are taken from the median. So that is the important point. That means if we have to find mean deviation from the median, then it will be a minimum value. So from median it will be a minimum value, and that is the mean deviation when it is taken from the median. And independent of change of origin, means again the origin will not affect the mean deviation, so it is independent from change of origin. And what are the demerit points of mean deviation? It is not easily understandable, means it is somewhere difficult to understand here, and calculations are not so easy because modulus is coming there, and the formula is not very easy to apply for everyone, and it is depending on the change of scale. So when we change our scale, then the mean deviation will also be affected by this. Ignorance of the negative sign creates artificiality and becomes useless for the further mathematical treatment. So because we have taken modulus in the formula there, so that's why it is not very useful for the further calculation or the further mathematical research area part. So these are the some demerit points of the mean deviation, and but mean deviation overall we can say it is a good measure of dispersion. So in this way today we have discussed about two measure of dispersion. One is range and second is called the mean deviation. Mean range and the mean deviation both are very important components of the measure of dispersion, and both have their utility to apply. Measure of dispersion is an important part for the statistics and definitely useful in the research also, and that's why in every field of research the part of the measure of central tendency and measure of dispersions are included in the syllabus, and various components like mean deviation and the range and the other components like standard deviations are taught in the coursework of PhD also there. So today we have discussed about range and mean deviations, and range is not a very good measure of dispersion because just depending on only the two values of the data, like extreme and the extreme values, that means maximum and the minimum value of the data, while the mean deviation is generally a very good measure of dispersion because it uses all the observations of the data set, but again it is having some drawbacks and not very easy to apply for everyone here, and due to the modular sign it is not very useful for the further research part, and in this way just we are going to complete our session for today, and with this, thank you.